Yay! Hello, Drumstickers! It's really great to be here again. I'm Alberto Iglesias, no Alberto Iglesias. This is Drumsticks Sunday channel, and here we are to talk about a different pair of drumsticks every week. And that's not true, because today we are not going to talk about drumsticks. As many of you know, past week I was at the Tam Tam Drumfest in Sevilla, and I want to share the experience a little bit with you and talk about the fest and what happens there and all that stuff, right? So, first of all, I think it's really great if you like drums and all that, not only playing but also the drum community. I think it's really great if you can go to any fest. I don't care, it's just about not only about the players but also about the community, and talk with other drummers and see products and you know, companies and all that stuff. It's a great place to share the experience with other with other mates. And so if you have a drum fest near you, or maybe you can go there and spend one day there, I really encourage you to do it. It's because once you go to one drum fest, you can't stop, believe me. And it's also a great place to know your favorite drummers and talk with them, because they're usually really great people and known people, and you can talk with them normally and all that stuff. So, well, about the Tam Tam Drumfest, I'm a huge fan of this drum fest. I think nowadays is one of the best drum fests in internationally, and it's really great, well made, awesome team, very professional. All drummers say, or most drummers say that when they come here, they say it's awesome. And I can assure you that I really there's a lot of people working really hard to make it as good as it is. So, congratulations, of course, to Jose Manzanares and Victor Manzanares, which are the directors of the fest. They are great people and they are doing a great and awesome job, of course. So, first I'm going to start with some drumsticks news or something like that. The first one is something that I'm really happy about, and it's this pair of drumsticks, because it's the new signature model from my friend Miguel Lamas. First of all, if you don't know Miguel Lamas, please stop the video now, go to you or stay on YouTube and check that out. Check Miguel Lamas. It's probably nowadays is one of the Spanish drummers with a more international projection. He's been at the Main Drum Fest. He's been in fact, this year is going to the UK Drum Show. He's an amazing player, and it's so young that it's kind of insulting for me. But he's a great guy also, and I'm really happy for him. This is his new model. Of course, this is the model I'm gonna use this week. That's mandatory. It's high priority now. So, but I'll talk about Miguel more next week. Another great news is that finally they are arriving to Spain the new Maynell drumsticks. If you don't know it, Maynell has created and has designed his own line of drumsticks, and I have a chance to test 2 or 3 models there in Sevilla. Looks really good. Well, as you know, Maynell has some really serious production department or production. They are pretty serious about that. And so I'm guessing that if they are designing drumsticks, they're gonna do it really well. But well, we can talk about that in the future. I don't have any model now, but I'm gonna have some models, so I'm gonna test them, of course, and see how they look and how they behave. Okay. So, now about the festival, about the players. Well, first of all, the fest is as many fests. They have a general area. When you enter there, they have companies playing or showing products and all that stuff. My friends of 7 Drums, they were doing a contest there with Roland, so you can play them. In fact, you can win a Roland drum set, an electronic drum set. Well, that's the journal area when you enter, and then it's the theater when they are playing. So first, the first clinician was Mr. DERRICK WRIGHT. Well, I have to be honest, I didn't knew him before the festival. Well, Derrick is it's related to the gospel thing, but he's been playing with people like Babyface, Tony Braxton, Adele. Well, and now I suppose the level that he has. But the best thing was that he went there with I have to check the name, which is QUENNELL GASKIN, which is an organist, and they made a show when it was not only about drums, it's only about also about playing with other musicians, listening to each other, and all this stuff. The thing I like most, I'm not a huge gospel listener, or first of all, I freak out when I see them playing, all that stuff, what they are capable of doing. I really love to be able to do that, but I can't. But it's not, I don't usually listen to that kind of thing, but the thing that really likes me about Derrick is that he has a great balance between doing all the stuff, but also being really musical and playing all that thing that playing, it's a great balance. So I really loved his playing and what he did. Okay, after Derrick, we have SIROS VAZIRI. Okay, SIROS is a young player, I think he's from Sweden. And he's kind of famous nowadays with in Instagram because of his videos showing different fields and all the stuff. He's a great guy. He's really young, and first of all, he's an awesome player and super fast. He has a lot of things, a lot of resources, but what he did, it was also explain a lot of things. He was kind of explaining how to study and how to create fields. So he made a little bit of that, of teaching, which is I think it's really great in all this Drumfest to have that part too. How to study, how to develop new things and all that stuff. So SIROS was really great with that. Okay, after SIROS we have Mr. Calvin RODGERS. Okay, it's another gospel player or gospel related players. Well, he has played with Aretha, so for me that's enough information. I don't need more information. And well, in this case it was just like I don't know, he started playing so fast and with so much power that blew my mind. Just the first second he started, playing so super fast with so many things going on that, well, it's really unbelievable to see these players and all the power they have and the speed and what they are really capable of. How much you can push yourself physically, I mean, to be able to do that, it's really incredible. And he also explained that many of them are really, well, of course the gospel thing is related to the church, and they started learning playing in the church. It's like Derrick said the same thing. They started there and they have to play a lot of music there, and it's an amazing school for them. So, well, if you like the gospel thing, check Calvin RODGERS because it's gonna blow your mind for sure. Okay, and then after lunch we have Mr. Andrés Tomás y la banda morisca. Well, every year after lunch we have a national band playing. Well, let me tell you something. This show is amazing. I think it's probably the best moment for people that is not a drummer, because maybe they are there with his husband or his wife or his children or his father. I don't know, but because they are usually a really great show of music. In this case, it was amazing because they have singer, they have people dancing, they have all the great combination and awesome show. But believe me, Andres Tomas, I didn't know Andres before this. I have a chance to talk with him just a little bit, and it's unbelievable the way he plays. And I think it's really great for us, for Spanish drummers, to see the level that we have here, because we all have the tendency to think that the best are outside, but here, I'm not only in Spain, in your country, if you go to this fest and all that stuff, you're gonna discover a lot of amazing players in your own country. And Andres is one of the big ones, believe me. Yeah. Okay, so after Andres, we have the first clinician in the evening, which is Michael SCHACK. Well, let me tell you something. Michael SCHACK, it's completely crazy. No, it's amazing. He's mainly he plays electronic music and stuff. He's one of the main. I don't know how to say, but it's related to drum beat drums. So it's the first ambassador, I say, one of the biggest ambassador of drum beat drums. So he's playing a lot of all the stuff, how you can combine sounds and do different stuff with electronic drums that you cannot do with acoustic drums. Why they are great, he loves them and all the stuff. But he is an amazing player. He's super powerful, but he's completely crazy. He started doing jokes and he wake up and he start shouting at us, and he's super funny. Even if you like electronic drums or electronic music, don't care, you're gonna have a lot of fun. So that's it. That's Michael SCHACK. So after Michael, we have SARA THAWER. Okay, SARA is a drummer based on Canada, and well, first of all, she's an amazing player. The rhythms and the groove and the combinations and the chops, the licks, everything. She's an awesome player, and she also did he teaches a lot of stuff about the Indian rhythms. All the difference between that rhythms and more classical rhythms, and how many different variations they have, and how a lot of stuff. That I think it's really great for me. It's amazing how, depending on the way, or sort of on the place that you was born, all those things change completely, because you are used to some styles or some rhythms or accents even. So it's really great to compare and see the difference, and I also think that I'm gonna being able to study all the stuff are gonna help you to understand better your own rhythms and to how they are related. You can fusion things, you can do a lot of great stuff with that. And I think that in fact the Indian thing is really easy to compare with, or kind of compare with the flamenco thing here in Spain, because it's the same situation we have here. They have their own kind of styles, rhythms, and it's really great to combine all that stuff to create new things. How I think that's the way that music start developing himself and start evolving in some way. Okay, and after SARA THAWER, the last clinician, which was, of course, the greatest, the one and only SOAN. Okay, there's not enough things I can say about Ash. Well, as many of you know, I have the great opportunity to study with him a little bit in Ireland, in 21 Drums Camp. First of all, he's an amazing human being, and I think it was the best way to close the Drum Fest, because after watching so many different players' styles, so many ways of playing, all the physical thing of gospel, of the study, the metal thing, the all the things combined, you can see, you go back to the essence of drummers, or at least what is the essence of drumming for me, which is the groove, because Ash, it's the best. You can feel the freaking drums in your heart, in your body. It's unbelievable, and sometimes but he's some super easy groove. When you watch us playing that groove, you see there's no way that's the same groove I'm playing, because there's something there. There's something there, and he's been working really hard on that his whole life. He's there, believe me. Well, it was great to see that playing. Even I have a lot of friends which are gospel lovers and all that stuff, but they say, "Oh man, this is amazing." And that's at SOAN. If you ever have a chance to see us, please go, because it's a great see of watching how to do so much with so little things. And well, after that we have a chance for signing and talking a little bit with them, with the drummers and with other friends, and that's the end of the festival. So I'm gonna be there in the 2019 for sure, and believe me, if you can, just give it a try and go and enjoy, because you're gonna enjoy for sure. And that's all. Okay, for the next week, as I mentioned, I'm gonna try the Miguel Lama signature model, and after that there's no video, because I'm going to Zamora, because in Zamora we have the Untitled Drumfest in 2 weeks from now, and it's gonna be great. Well, I can explain more about the fest during this week or the next video, and it's gonna be awesome too. So see you next Sunday. Keep practicing and keep studying drummers, and prepare your travel for the next drum fest. Okay, goodbye.